everyone, it's Keira and welcome back to my channel. So all the way back in January now, I made my 2021 F1 predictions and you guessed it, we are back here to review them. We are over, we are finished. Abu Dhabi has dramatically finished the championship and I'm here to watch back the video, see what I said because I can't remember, and just review these predictions. So before I get on into the video, if you do enjoy it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel down below. But without further ado, I think we should just crack on and watch this video. I am really nervous.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be predicting is the most underrated driver.
Underrated?
Now this is going to be something
Okay.
that is going to be very shocking for most people and you'll think I'm talking absolute waffle, but please hear me out. The most underrated driver of 2021, oh my god, I nearly said 2020, of 2021, I think is going to be Lando Norris. Now, I know what you're thinking,
Ooh,
Lando is probably the most liked driver on the grid. I know.
Yes.
However, Daniel coming into
What's the
McLaren
excuse?
is a massive thing. It is a massive thing, and everyone's completely backing him. Everyone's like, oh my god, Daniel's going to be amazing. Daniel's going to wipe the floor with Lando. Daniel's going to do this. Daniel's going to do that. And I think everyone's just focusing on Daniel, kind of like they did with Carlos. I think a lot of people focused on Carlos, and they kind of like Lando was there doing an amazing job, but like he wasn't really seen. If that makes sense.
I get that.
I feel like it's going to happen, but 10 times worse with Daniel. Yeah, I just feel.
Just gonna pause that there. I understand what I was saying and I understand why I said that a year ago, but I'm just not entirely sure whether that would be my feeling now. I understand that when Carlos was doing really well, Lando was also up there last year, but it was more like Carlos is doing this, Carlos is doing that. But I think it's probably been the other way around. I think Lando's been praised a lot this year, and obviously Daniel has been on the back foot. But I would say the most underrated driver from the season is probably Pierre Gasly or Carlos Sainz. Even in the Ferrari, he's done very well, but he has had the recognition, but he hasn't. But I would definitely say Pierre, because he's been consistently, like, what's he like, qualified P6, I don't know how many times, 2/3 of the season or something ridiculous. And he's always finishing right up high in the points. He's always actually ahead of the Ferraris as well. So I would give that one to Pierre Gasly.
I just feel like he's going to be overshadowed by Daniel, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like he's going to do a very good job next to Daniel. I feel like they're very even, just like Carlos and Lando.
We're quite even, though.
I just feel like the limelight is going to be on Daniel, and Lando's going to do a good job, but kind of be pushed aside. So moving on from that, I think the most overrated driver of the 2021 season is going to be Fernando Alonso. And I've actually got another point coming up about that later on. But Fernando Alonso, his return, why is he back? Why is he back, really? Why is he back? I don't know. He's just been very hyped. Like, he's been very hyped. I don't think he's going to deliver as much as he's been hyped for, if that makes sense. I just feel like it's kind of just going to be...
Okay, I'm going to pause that there. I understand what I was saying because the hype was absolutely massive around Fernando. And at the start of the season, I would say like the first half of the season, he really was not doing that much, really. And I think then when it kind of switched, like, back end of the first half of the season, then he switched, and then he's been doing absolutely amazing since then. So that probably could be something to do with the Alpine package, because we know that Esteban has been up and down as well this year, so I would probably kind of blame that on the Alpine package. But Fernando has been thoroughly enjoyable to watch this year, and I don't think he's been too overhyped in the season. I think he's just done what he needed to do. Alpine have kind of themselves just been on the sidelines. They haven't really been picked up too much in the media anyway, so I probably wouldn't say that was correct now. But honestly, I don't even know who's been overhyped this year. Maybe Charles Leclerc was overhyped coming into the season, and actually, if you look at it, I think Carlos has probably done a bit of a better job this year. I feel like I'm remembering more of what Carlos has done than Charles, but then Charles kind of always getting the limelight, so maybe Charles, I don't know.
Now, my next prediction is who is going to be the best overtaker.
Best overtaker.
Now, this one is going to be easy for me. I'm going back to, as if he's at Red Bull, but he's not. He's at McLaren, and it is Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo, we've seen him in the Red Bull before. He's overtaking.
Yes, it's not Red Bull this year, though, is it, Keira?
He just sends it. He breaks literally, like, 70 metres later than other people. It's ridiculous.
He does.
But he kind of lost that at Renault. I feel like he couldn't quite get to grips with the car. He wasn't as comfortable in the car.
Where is that necklace? I really like that necklace.
The McLaren
I've not seen that probably since I filmed.
More a suitable car for him, and he's going to be able to get that form back. I don't know whether this is going to be the case or not. I am just hoping, but I'm hoping that he kind of gets that, because he's not lost the talent of being able to overtake like that. He's not lost it, so I'm just hoping that he can kind of get that back in the McLaren, and if he gets that.
Okay, before I say whatever I'm going to say, I was really, really looking forward to Daniel, and obviously I didn't expect him to struggle like he did this year. I think you can tell. Also, for all the people that I really trigger with my tangled headphones, especially in F-Series videos, sorry about that, I'm not fixing it, I physically can't. But anyways, I honestly think that I was really just excited to see what he could do, and I really thought, and I think a lot of people thought he was going to do this, and I kind of thought that the McLaren would suit him more, but maybe it hasn't. Maybe he's not quite got it. Maybe the Red Bull just did suit him. I just don't really know, but unfortunately it wasn't him. But if you were to look at the little overtake of the season championship that was going on between Fernando and Sebastian came out on top. So he might not have been the best overtaker, but he'd done the most overtakes, so I would give that to Sebastian Vettel.
So next I'm going to predict the biggest surprise of the year, and it's going to be my little one, my little Yuki Tsunoda. Honestly, I know people are hyping him, and I know that people aren't expecting him to add, but I think he's going to be really, really good. Okay, like really good. This man adapts to every single series so quickly. In 2018 he was in F4, in 2019 he was in F3, in 2020 he was in F2, and in 2021 he's going to be in Formula 1. He can get up to speed in a series like that. I don't think I've ever seen a driver, not Charles Leclerc, not George Russell, I have never seen a driver come up to speed that quickly in a series ever. Like, I have never seen that.
Yes, I'm on my Yuki Tsunoda hype train. I understand what I'm saying there, because I did watch him in Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then obviously coming up to Formula 1. And every single season, obviously, they are so different. The cars are so different in the junior categories. Some of you may not know that, but the cars are very, very different. And he still was able to just adapt straight away, get straight up there into the championship. And that's what I'm trying to say here. And I kind of thought he would do the same in Formula 1, but obviously he hasn't, and he didn't quite do that. He didn't quite make it. Oh, I tried really hard. I don't even know what the best surprise would be this year, honestly. I would probably say maybe Ferrari. I feel like I didn't think Ferrari was going to be that good. I didn't think Carlos and Charles were both going to bring it that much, so maybe I would say that, but maybe that's my personal surprise. Maybe everybody else doesn't feel that.
Gets to grips with literally any car, and he just gets in and goes. And he is a very... not aggressive driver. He kind of gives me glimmers of Max Verstappen in the way he just said it, which I like. I like that a lot. Kind of like a Kevin Magnussen, but not the bad side of them, if that makes sense. The good side of me, good aggressive. He's just going to bring it. He's absolutely going to bring it. And me, you know, one of my favourite drivers on the grid is Pierre Gasly. I'm not worried for but it's going to be very close to AlphaTauri this year. Like,
I was so confident for you, Tsunoda.
The biggest letdown.
Oh my god!
Surprise.
Biggest letdown.
It's going to be the Ferrari powered cars. Honestly, it's going to be the Alphas, and the Ferraris. I think they're just going to be at the bottom. I think AlphaTauri are hopefully going to pick it up, and they're going to overtake Ferrari in the championship, like they were very close to last year.
AlphaTauri? Sorry, did I just say AlphaTauri? Were AlphaTauri close to Ferrari last year? I can't even remember. Okay, I paused that very horribly. I need to just stop there. I understand what I was trying to say, and I understand, and I think I was correct in saying Alfa Romeo and the Haas this year weren't very good. They were the bottom two cars in the constructors. However, the Ferrari itself was very, very good. But I just thought the Ferrari engine wasn't going to be that good, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just the Ferrari chassis which made the Ferrari main team do better. But I need to just calm down a little bit, I think. I was really going at it this year, wasn't I?
All of the cars are going to be let down. You've got so many cars that are now powered by Mercedes. I just don't see where Ferrari are going to be. The engine's not changing. I don't see any improvement.
Oh yeah, because they didn't change that engine coming into this year, did they?
Is that a good prediction? I think I've just predicted the inevitable. And who's going to be the most memed now?
Biggest meme.
Difficult. Lando does a lot of stupid things. Daniel does a lot of stupid things. Max says a lot of funny things. But I just feel like it's going to be Charles Leclerc, and that comes from my point previously, which is the Ferrari's just going to be a dog to drive, like even more than last year. And I feel like Charles is going to say some stupid things. Like when I don't know which race it was when he came out and he was like, I was so stupid, as much as in Baku. Like, those lines are comedy gold.
Do you know what? Charles Leclerc has not been a comedy genius this year, and I'm very upset about that. I just feel like he's kind of just been doing what he needs to do, getting on with it, and I'm very upset about the fact that we have not seen this comical genius this year. I feel like we've not seen much of Ferrari. I feel like we're almost going back to the Arriva Bene days where we just didn't see Ferrari. And obviously I understand that COVID and things like that, we can't do as much and can't get as much access, but I feel let down. Like, I feel like I haven't got the memes. But this year, the most memed, oh my god, so many people have been memed this year, but the Lance Stroll replay from Monaco is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, everybody, when that happened, it was like a universal same answer. Everyone was like, what on earth? So that's probably the biggest meme. But who's been the most memed? I honestly don't know. They all have.
And who am I most excited for? And it is, of course, Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin.
Am I correct?
I just want to see Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian.
I think everyone, especially in the last couple of years, is just such a Sebastian Vettel fan. And I can't wait to see him in the Aston Martin. I think he's just going to hopefully anyway, he's just going to shine, and he is just going to feel like he did before Ferrari or at the start of Ferrari.
No.
He just completely lost it.
No. I was so hyped for Aston Martin. Okay, I've said this in so many videos. I've said this so much on F-Series. I've said this so much on any like podcast I've been on. I was so hyped for Aston Martin at the start of this year. I was like, Aston Martin, P3. And I was obviously excited for Sebastian's like next chance in life in Formula One. But unfortunately, it didn't quite come to terms. It didn't quite happen. That was a hard one. That was a really hard one. I don't even know like who else was actually going to be like who I was most excited for. But yeah, I was just so excited, and unfortunately, it's been a really bad year.
Last year, hopefully his hairline comes back when he goes back to Aston Martin.
His hairline did come back. He had a lovely transplant, and his hair is looking better than ever.
And
so it did,
Keira, a little bit more, and we see Sebastian Vettel again. Because if we do, Lance Stroll needs to watch out. So to finish the video, I'm going to give you some of my extra predictions for what I think is going to happen. These are just random things I thought were going to happen. And the first one is that Williams finished higher than Alfa and Haas in the constructors.
Ooh!
Now, you might be thinking, Keira, very optimistic. However,
no,
you could be right.
Keira, I'm not.
But they were very close. They were a lot closer than people thought. You saw George Russell ahead of most of the Alphas and the Hasses a lot of the time last year. The only issue is the fact that actually getting the points is the issue, and that's the bit that Williams they were never in the right place at the right time. However, they were very, very much ahead in the, like even Nicholas Latifi, who isn't as strong as George Russell, was ahead of the Alphas and the Hasses a lot of the time. Even if Williams maybe don't go ahead of Alfa Romeo in the championship, I definitely feel like they're going to get Haas. Gunther Steiner came out the other day and said, we've got no different car from last year. Yeah. Williams are progressing.
Haas really ran the same car all year.
New people in place, they are on the up. They've got new money coming in.
Sorry, let's just pause it there. I am correct. Okay, and I've got the stats here. So, Williams had 23 points and were 8th in the championship. Alfa Romeo were P9 in 13 points, and Haas were last with 0 points. So I actually got that one right, and I'm really happy that I did, because I was really hyped for Williams, and I thought they could definitely jump them too, and they did. So, congrats.
And the next one is similar to one that I done for my predictions last year. I said that Sebastian would retire, which he didn't. And this year is that Kimi Raikkonen will retire. I don't know how many more years this man can go for, really. Like, he's still here. I mean, fairs to him, he is still here. But I kind of wanted him to move on by now. There are other people that need to come up. I don't see the place with him anymore. I mean, he may want to do one more year to test out the new regs, but honestly, I'm really bored of him now. I know there's a lot of Kimi Raikkonen fans, and I'm very sorry about this, but I really said I was bored of him. So hopefully he'll retire, go to his millions and millions of...
I was being so mean. I don't know who this woman is in January, but I was being really, really mean, and I do not wish Kimi to leave like that. I don't know who this man is. But I was right again. Kimi Raikkonen did retire at the end of the year. Actually really sad, but I feel like everything that's kind of happened in Abu Dhabi has kind of wiped out any sort of goodbye that we ever would have thought for Kimi Raikkonen, because he retired early and off he went, and then we had all this championship stuff after. So I'm gonna miss him, but I was correct. So,
now my next one is something that I mentioned, Fernando Alonso point, and this is that I can't even gonna say this because people are gonna laugh at me, but I think that Esteban Ocon is going to outscore Fernando Alonso this year. I know, I said it. I know. Not many people.
I said that,
fans, but I feel like Esteban was really coming to grips at the back end of last year, and I feel like he's just going to carry that force back on, and we're going to see the Esteban that we used to see in 2017, 2018. I feel like he's got that.
Pause that there, because we kind of saw that we kind of didn't. I think the first half of the season, Esteban was definitely ahead of Fernando, and he was kind of just all around doing a better job. But as I said earlier, because the Alpine have been so up and down this year, it's been very difficult to kind of gauge how they are, where they are, what they're doing, and it's very difficult to gauge in terms of the drivers as well, because I can't quite understand it. But I have got the stats here anyway. So Alonso was 10th in the championship. I can't even say that. Championship. And he came in on 81 points, and Ocon was 11th on 74 points. So they were very, very close. But I was wrong.
By William. And if Fernando gets into that hole where he really is struggling, it will keep going down and down and down and down and down. And I can easily see Esteban getting better points than him and outscoring him and out-qualifying him. I can see Esteban doing it. I think
they were quite even. They were very even on qualifying and races, I'm sure. They were like pretty much 50-50.
This year is make or break for Esteban, because we have a certain Pierre Gasly knocking at the door. And that does round off.
We did at that time.
Pierre Gasly. And the next one is just going to be, I hope for another Pierre Gasly win. I mean, it's very unlikely. because it was a very weird win. But we never know. We could have a weird podium like we did last year this year. We never know what's going to happen with one, especially from last year. We cannot predict anything anymore. We cannot do it at all. I'm hoping the AlphaTauri really steps up and Pierre can get another win or at least another podium because he deserves it. He's amazing. And I just want to see another win. I want to cry at my TV again. Maybe even cry from there. If I go to Monza and he wins at Monza again.
Oh my god, I was meant to go to Monza. I was so close.
So there we have it. That is it for my 2021 season predictions. I will revisit.
Why did I not give predictions for the championship? Oh. Well, I thought I reacted to the championship because I went on my Google Doc earlier to find out, because I've got a Google Doc of everything that I've ever written for my videos, like my scripts and stuff, not scripts, but like information. And I had on there some predictions, but I didn't say it. You can really tell I've never watched this video back. But anyway, the stuff I had on my Google Doc, which is what I will go from, is I had World Drivers' Champion as Lewis Hamilton and Constructors as Mercedes, which was about half a lap off of being correct. So I really don't know what happened to that and why I didn't say that in the video, but that is what I was trying to say. But yeah, obviously Mercedes did come out as Constructors and Max Verstappen ended up coming out as World Drivers' Champion for now. But I don't know if that's going to change because I'm getting really confused. But for now, Max Verstappen champion and Constructors is Mercedes. So there we have it. That is it for today's video, and that is me reacting to my Formula 1 2021 predictions. Overall, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I got a lot of them extra ones that I'd done right. I got the Williams one right. I got the Kimi bit right. So I'd done a little bit of that, which was a little bit right. But overall, I think maybe this year was just a little bit more unexpected than we thought. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel down below and let me know what you guys thought about my predictions. Anyways, I'll catch you again soon for another video. Bye!